What's up, YouTube? I've got the storytelling Super Scully on, so you know that means it's time for business or it's time to rob a bank. But since you and I aren't in a car together talking about what we're gonna do in assembling a heist crew, I'm about to tell y'all something else about me.
Tell you that I was a savage. You needed.
Hit that subscribe button for me. Let's go. I'm changing this young lady's name to Lizzy. Lizzy was a baddie. Let me explain. When I say she was a baddie, it's not the fact that she was like every Hispanic actress and model kind of like rolled into one. That's not what made her a baddie to me. There were two things that really made her dope over her amazing gorgeousness. One, she was super sweet. Like every time I talked to this young lady, I felt like I was getting a cavity. And two, when I met her, she was studying for and very close to taking the MCAT. MCATs, whatever. So for those of you who don't know, this young lady was about to be a doctor. Yes, Lizzy was gonna be a doctor. She was very sweet, very innocent young lady. Even her motivations behind why she wanted to practice medicine were just so noble. She wanted to help women and underprivileged children, and she came from humble beginnings. Like, I was so touched by her story, I just had to meet her. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention, this was an online dating thing, which, for those of you who don't know, is already kind of iffy, because like 3 out of 5 people that you meet, they're either heavier, skinnier, a totally different personer, or something that make you so upset once you get to the date. However, I had to meet this young lady. I had to make time. So there's this very hipster college-y area in the city I lived in at the time. So I told her, look, let's just meet for lunch there. And this was perfect because I actually lived about 5-10 minutes from this area of town, and I got a 2 or 3 hour lunch anyway. So no matter what, whether she was catfishing me and she was a 70-year-old man, or she was super dope and she wanted to check out my stamp collection at home, wasn't gonna be no problems.
Move Lonzo.
That ain't no problem.
Huh?
That ain't no problem.
We're corresponding on the way there, texting and whatnot. I'm flirting with her just in case she's not a 70-year-old man and she really is who she says she is. She's laughing at all my jokes, tee-hee and caca kiki-ing. I park in the lot, walk around, and there she is.
Recall, you know I love to show. But you never thought that I would take it this far. What do I know?
It was her.
She's your queen to be.
I knew it was showtime. I'm telling y'all, I was prepared the night before. I made sure I got 6 to 8 hours of sleep. I worked out that morning. I drank extra water in the mirror practicing just to make sure that this would be a dope date, right? In preparation for the moment that she would be who she said she was. And she was. I'm telling you, it was showtime. We get up there, I'm already a perfect gentleman. I hold doors, I pull chairs, I take off jackets one arm at a time, put it on your chair, huh? Mess with me, you cannot. We get there, we sit in an intimate place, we're talking, laughing, I'm doing the best shoe step, 2-step, she's laughing, coffee's flying out her nose from how overjoyed and hilarious she finds your boy. I'm telling you, if this was a game of The Sims, the whole rapport meter, it would have exploded. And so the date ends. I didn't want to take her back to look at my stamp collection. I wanted to end on a high note. You gotta leave them wanting more. It's like a cliffhanger. So the date ends. We walk down to the register. I'm hitting her with the LL Cool J. She's da-da-da-da-da, loving it. So the tab was only like $8 or $9. Big bag. I pull out my wallet, whoosh, take out my debit card, whoosh, hand it to the cashier. After I handed the car off, you know, they're swiping, doing whatever they do. Meanwhile, I'm, who would have thought I'd be caught in this?
Excuse me. Yeah, your card was declined.
It was.
Let's celebrate.
That's really
with a
nice. That's beautiful.
toast
But
and get
your
lost.
card.
Wait, what?
Your card was declined, sir.
Hey, bro, she's talking to you. Oh, yeah.
No, sir.
I'm
It's
just
not
saying you
him.
can
It's
do
you.
better.
It's Negro, Mr. Discount Michael Leely. Your card was declined. Your card, yes.
Oh, no. Nah, see, my card's kind of old, like Power Fist. You gotta, it's kind of old. You gotta, it's all good. It's all good. Try that again. Run it again. She runs it again. Still comes up decline. At this point, I go charm on 1,000 while I'm telling them to like key in the individual digits. Like I'm playing it so cool, but for real, I am sweating. I'm highly agitated because I knew there was money. I just gotten paid.
Like I'm fresh out of Jake in the drop that got sprayed.
And I just gotten a bonus. So I knew I had at least $3,000 in that bank account. So I'm just trying to play it cool. I'm uppercutting her with charm and jokes. Pull out my phone like he wasn't ready. Bank app, okay. It's a little hot in here. All right. And let me just pause for a second and explain something to you about how I think. I understand. I get it. A lot of us be on trash. A lot of dudes will go out without a wallet or whatever and do this stuff on purpose. So I try to make sure I'm the exception, not the rule. So when this happened, I wasn't necessarily concerned about the money being there because I knew I had it. I didn't want to be a story that this fine, beautiful doctor was gonna tell her friends. Heck, what would happen if I choked on something later on down the line? I ended up in her emergency room, and then she remembered this dude that couldn't pay for a $10 date. Now I'm dead because I made her pay for a chai and crumpet. No, not gonna be me.
We're not gonna fall for a banana in the tailpipe.
So I noticed in my banking app, I had $3 in the bank.
He needs some milk.
I never would have played myself like that, y'all. I start looking through my transactions over the last 24 hours, 5 or 10 huge transactions to websites I'd never been on. And then it dawned on me. Now, I'm not saying this is exactly where it happened, but I'm like 99.9% sure because the experience stuck out of my mind. Spidey senses were like, bro, something's weird. A day or two prior, I was driving home late at night. I stopped at this Taco Bell, paid with my car. They were back there for a very long time, for probably 10-15 minutes. I just thought I was being impatient, didn't think anything of it until I'm out dating this baddie and I get declined for $10. So luckily my energy was still high. I was still positive, still smiling. Called the bank. Luckily, a young African-American woman on the phone when I called the bank's fraud line. She immediately got a couple of the charges reversed, so I had enough money to pay for the date. Hallelujah. She'd offered to pay and everything because she's so sweet, but that was beside the point. I did not want to be one of those guys. Yeah, for whatever reason, the audio went weird at the end of the video, so I'm doing this voiceover. If I had to say there was a moral to this story, it would be, don't play yourself. There's a lot of people in the world trying to play you. Don't play yourself. Make sure if you're going on a date that's important, especially with the future Mrs. You, if you know what I'm saying, that you check your account statements and whatever you gotta check. But yes, her and I continued to date. I salvaged that date. It was lovely. Beyond that, y'all, have you ever been on a date and gotten embarrassed because something like that or something different? Or have you been on a date and your date pulled that on you? Let me know in the comments below. Till next time, take care.